What's going on, everyone? It's I Eat Civics, and this is going to be your comprehensive guide to be playing the Immortal Warden for Elsweyr. So this is going to be a really important guide. I'm going to be making a couple Warden builds and a couple of Necromancer builds, so you learn all the different builds you need for Elsweyr. Done a lot of work on PTS, so I want to show you at least these two classes. So let's get into the character sheet first. Not even worried about telling you about the numbers, but 64 stam. Just realized I have battle spirit, so this is what you look like in PvP. It's going to be tri-stat food, tri-stat pots. You're going to have vampire stage 4 and the tower for your boon. Let's get into the skills first, and then we'll get into the gear. So skill number 1, under your green balance is your soothing spore. So we always want to heal as stamina. This means you can heal in the gates, you can heal if you're silenced. Doesn't matter, especially now when I believe Nightblades end cap you in this next patch in Elsweyr, in this patch now, you can get silence. Doesn't matter. You have all your heals. You have so many stamina skills that silence doesn't even matter. So always use this skill right here. Skill number 2 is in your sword and shield. So I like to be very aggressive when I'm playing this warden. You get in there, you immobilize, you're defiling, you're throwing out your permafrost, and you're trying to keep up with your bombers, which is important in ball groups. This is the way that I keep up with bombers, and this is also a nice range stun where I want to get to someone and stun them. So you use invasion, they get stunned, they either fall on the floor and take a beating from your teammates, or they use stamina to break free. While they're doing that, you go to your back part, immobilize them right there. They have to use stamina twice. You're never doing damage. This is not a damage build. This is destroy other people's resources. Make sure they can never heal. Make sure they can never move while buffing your team. Third ability, Corrupt Impaling. Okay, so this works a little bit differently than it's always worked for us. One of the things that's happened is that now only the people who are inside of the Corrupt Impaling are getting the major defile, and they walk outside of it, then they don't have it anymore. Kind of a bummer, and it also took a little bit of a hit of how much major defile does. So again, when I was telling you earlier, you do invasion, you get to someone, they're stunned, you mobilize them, and then you put the pollen on them. That's your kind of trio. Or you can go invasion, pollen back into your back bar to the mobilizer. So that's one of your rotations that you're always going to be doing. Bullnetch, you know, I go back and forth with Bullnetch and the one that gives you Magicka, and it's not even about the resources. Don't even care about the resources, it's about the buffs. It might even be better to go with the other niche, so you just can constantly spam this and just debuff yourself, or just take debuffs off of you, cleanse yourself. It's really this one's up to you. Is this your play style? I've just stayed with the bull niche just because I just want these buffs. I have a team with enough Templars that they're taking the buffs off of me, or the debuffs off of me. And then your last skill is going to be in, here we go, Vigor. So this is a nice AoE heal. You're going to see that this is an easy way to set off your Earth Core, which is one of the heads that we still can use in this patch, even though it's not as good. It does major toughness for all your teammates around you. It's just a nice another heal. So you have 2 stamina heals, so you're never silenced. This is a good skill. You can take this off and put on guard if you want, which I can show you later why you want to be running guard. This is one of those optional skills, and so is the Y skill. The invasion is also an optional skill, but not as optional. I would take off vigor before anything else. Now for our next skill is Arctic Blast. So this is a nice heal. This is actually a really nice heal, and more important, it's a really nice range stun. So on the front bar, you have invasion. It's just when you want to stun someone and get to them. This is when you want to stun someone and not be over there by them. Maybe it's too dangerous, maybe you don't have a lot of stats, maybe you're out of stamina. So you have one stamina range stun and one magicka range stun, and this is your magicka heal. And I'm going to teach you how to use your magic and stamina to always have it up so you're always healing. I'm just going to teach you how to panic, pretty much. Another skill that I've been really loving from the Sigic Order is Borrowed Time. This is the AoE, put it on there, it does the AoE stun, and it has heal absorption. This is the only way I know how to get heal absorption in the game. Necromancers used to have it on the scythe, they don't have it. And then it's in available to Wardens. It might be in one. No, I can't even think about armor. Maybe there's armor that does it. I can't remember. But this is super important. Even when I know I just permafrost and stunned everyone, I will still throw this down for that 5k heal absorption on top of my corrupting pollen, which is the major defile. And then they have the heal absorption on them, they have the major defile on them, they have the minor maim on them, they are mobilized. You're debuffing the crap out of these people. It takes a lot of magicka, but I'll teach you how to manage your magicka with this build. The next skill that I feel like I spam the most, Grippling Shards. This is where your minor main comes from, and this is also just a little bit of damage, but this is just immobilizing. Spam immobilizing as much as you can, but learn how to count. This new patch, now immobilizing has like a, same thing as stun, it has a counter on it. So you can't just spam immobilizing like we used to and just wrecking teams. So learn how to count. So you don't spam it like you used to, spam it enough because you got to grab everyone you can. So you don't grab 6 people at a time. So if there's a group of 12, you're going to have to hit that twice to try to get everyone. But don't waste your magicka at the same time. Ice Fortress, normal, major, minor resolve, minor protections. It's beautiful. And then we're going back to the one hand, absorb magic. This is very important, and I'm going to show you why with my gear. So with this, you absorb up to 8 grand of magic, and it heals you for 21% of your max health, which is great, and then you block a little bit more. And block cost is reduced by 8%. Now that's not super big, but we'll take it. This is also where we get our magicka management. We use a little bit of stamina. It's pretty much 1600 stamina to get about 2 grand magicka back. It's really nice. So we're gonna hit up our gear next, so we can start talking about that. Alright, so over to our gear. Front bar weapon is going to be Alteration Mastery. I have this one powered. You can go defending if you want. I just have this one powered just because this is where I have vigor and my mushroom heals. Increasing healing done by 4.5% isn't a huge amount because we're not a dedicated healer, but it's just made me comfortable. You can put on, like I said, defending. Put what you want on here. Offhand, always make your shields infused. You get a little bit of extra stamina. You can either put the stamina here or a tri enchantment. I really should just put a tri enchantment here. Just forget to do it every time. Asylum Axe. So this is our magicka management. When you reflect or absorb a spell projectile with defensive posture, which is absorb magic, restore 1800 magicka. If defensive posture expires without reflecting and absorbing a spell, you get 45, whatever. So you are trading 1800 stamina. So let's look back real quick. Absorb magic. Oh, sorry. 1600 stamina, 1603 stamina. When you use that skill and you get hit by a projectile, which you get hit by a billion, 1600 stamina converts into 1800 magicka and 8k absorb magicka shield and 21% of your max life heal. This is all gains. I don't know why people don't use this. I've been using this set for a really long time. I put it on different builds. It's not catching on because I don't know why. I don't freaking get it. 1600 stamina means 21% of your life with a shield up. So you're getting life, plus you're getting damage reduction from the shield, and you're getting 1800 magicka. And this is like the weaker version of it. There's the stronger version of the Asylum Shield, which I think it goes up to 2k for the 1818, and it's 5k 4500. It doesn't even freaking matter. Who cares? So this is it. This is your magicka. This is how you always have magicka. This is why I don't care about resources whatsoever, because I want magicka. This is up. If I want stamina, I'm heavy attacking. I'm always in the fray. I'm not sitting back. This is going to be a little bit harder if you just sit back and you don't take hits. Then you're not using the build to where it should be. The shield, this is how it should be. My front bar infused, multi-effect enchantment, so a tri-stat enchantment. Earth Gore, you can take off Earth Gore. I'm still just trying to use Earth Gore. It's new. It's really we're real young in the patch. I really want to use Earth Gore. I'm trying to make it work. It's not that great anymore. So here you can put Blood Spawn so you can get permafrost and your tree heal up a lot faster. Oh yeah, and I didn't mention that. Your skills. Yeah, permafrost and tree heal. That's it. And it doesn't matter what tree heal, the one you like. Make this your playstyle, not about my build. So I'm putting Blood Spawn here. I'm probably going to take it off and put Blood Spawn or Pirate Skeleton. Pirate Skeleton is just really nice, especially with what would it do? Heartlands. So Heartlands is very, very important now. Siege has gotten a buff, 30% buff. This is going to reduce it by 20%. This reduces bombs by 20%. I mean, Destro ultis by 20%. All the damn Necro AoE by 20%, plus the 5% from the damage. So that's 25% damage reduction. You go into Pirate Skeletons, you get an extra 30%. So you're already at 55, plus the minor protection we get from our Frost Cloak. That's another 8. So what? So you're already above 60% damage reduction when this is happening, which is actually really good. And then that's not considering your physical resistances, which are quite high. So Earth Gore, you can keep trying it. See how you like it or don't like it. I'm probably going to change this to Blood Spawn at some point. It's just that whenever Earth Gore procs on myself, it's just free life. Blood Spawn, always going to be good. Always have Blood Spawn or Pirate Skeleton. So last three I like. Second set, like I was saying, is Heartlands. This is a must. This is the #1 defensive armor set out there. There's just nothing that's better than it. Another one at second place, we did the mathematical. We were going to statistical analysis of different scenarios. In ball groups, Heartland did the best. Sorry, let me tell you. In Cyrodiil, Heartland did the best. When you're more, and this is ball groups, when you're fighting group versus group, right? If you're going more BGs even, or more one-on-one fights or smaller group battles, Pariah was good. Armor Master is good. Pariah was second place most of the time. Armor Master, third place. Let's say it's third place. Pariah was great, especially with Vampire, because Pariah, the 5 set is the less hit points you have, the more resistance you get. So, and with Vampire, I'll show you that skill real quick. It's right here. Reduces damage taken by up to 33% based on the missing health while you're below 50% health. So Pariah and Undeath too with a vampire skill go together so great. You have, as a Warden, you have such high resistance the lower hit points you have. You could sit at 3k hit points for a long time. You have Pirate Skeleton going on, you have your minor protection going on, you have your, well, you wouldn't have Heartlands at that time. You have Pariah going on, or even if you have Heartlands going on, you have this going on, the Undeath going on too. The lower the hit points you have, the more time you have to react to heal. You're always up, you're always alive, and that's the idea. You don't want to die. All right. Shoulders, again, pick what you want, but, oh, I should go back. Head, I put is max stamina, enchant, impen. Chest, max stamina, impen. Shoulders, max health, impen. Everything's impen. Waist, max health. Hands, I put a tri-stat. I messed up. This should have been on my chest, actually. Why did I put that on my hands? Whatever. So switch the chant with the hands with chest. So put max stamina on your hands, tri-stat on your chest. Legs, just the tri-stat, feet, stamina. So my neck, remember, I want 2 alteration masteries on my neck or on my jewelry. It doesn't matter which one. And then 1 Heartland, because remember, on our back bar, we're going to be missing one of these 5 pieces, and the one you want to miss is going to be the reduced cost to all your abilities. When you're on your back bar, no alteration mastery. You always want to keep Heartland up. Remember, one small piece of light, that's where I put it on my feet. So it doesn't matter, feet, hands, waist. And one medium, which is always going to be my shoulders. That's just the way I've always set it up. And it's the only way you can set it up here. So that's about, oh yeah, neck pieces, enchantments all reduce stamina costs. I have 2 arcane, 1 healthy. And this is where you can change where you want it. 2 arcane is it's very comfortable. If you want to change the healthy to stamina, I feel like you need more stamina. You're not used to heavy attacking as much anymore, or you're not used to being potions. You know, especially when you roll Argonian here, just get the health. Get to the point where you can play with the health. Okay, so that is our gear. Set up champion points. 35 into Warlord. Just a great spot for us. We're heavy stam. We don't have to go deep into this. 50 into tenacity. This is what I'm saying. Heavy attacks are a big deal. Because remember, 1600 stam equals an 8k absorb shield with a 21% of your max health, which is halved in PvP, plus 2k magicka. Stamina is super important. Mooncast 65 in stamina recovery. Just do it in there. Kind of felt like I didn't have anywhere to put it. No magic recovery. Don't need it. You don't need it. It's irrelevant. Befoul 100%. 10 is tumbling. Do some of that. You do some rolling. Not too much, but we do it. And 10 into block. We do some blocking too. I definitely do block when need be. 100 into bless. Just trying to pump up that healing. 50 into Elfborn, just trying to get, you know, the crit healing up. It's not for the crit damage, just for crit healing. It's nice. And then 20 into Thaumaturge. I don't really want to tell you why I put that in there. Chooses damage done with damage over time effects. I don't even remember. I think I needed the 20 points. And increases the critical damage and critical healing with stamina abilities. So this is extra healing, of course. And this is the healing for your vigor and mushrooms. And this is for critical healing with the Arctic Wind, Arctic Blast. Always forget the name of it. Oh, and our Netch might critically heal? I don't remember, but this also affects our Netch's heal when you keep spamming your Netch and you get heals. 45 Ironclad. This is a good spot for us. 30 resistant. We don't need a lot of impen. Well, we have a lot of impen, but we don't need any more than 30 in our tree. 60-60. This is not really for a good reason. This is just because I've always done 60-60 since I could remember playing the game. It's just a comfortable spot for me. You can change up this defensive tree kind of how you want it. This is the best I've found. Yeah. 75 is a recovery. I just love getting them heals. You know, I'm in tough spots. I'm in the fray. I have a lot of defense, but I have a lot of work to do. So when you are at low hit points, this is when this matters. Your vampire take up to 33% less damage, jumps up. Your pirate skeleton could be going on, all that stuff. So you're defiling yourself and you're not taking as many heals, but you have the Mitral protection, you have minor protection up. Heartland is going with a 25% reduced damage, 20 from AoEs, 5% from just players overall. This is another place where you just learn how to survive. This is what it's all about. Survive everything. And that's your champion tree. Alright, here we go. Immobilizing. This was a hard fight. My group we should have lost this. So right now, just gonna get my resources back up. Immobilizing. Boom. Got a couple stuns, some health absorptions there with the borrowed time. Low on stats. I don't have what I need up. See a bomb. We go straight into heal mode. See low hit points. I could survive because of everything I told you about the build where you survive low hit points. I was not a BD prog. Mobilize again. You're trying to control the battlefield, right? You can break free over and over again. We're high stam, 35 into break free in our champion tree. Couple more stuns there, a couple more health absorptions. Breakthrough again, don't give a shit. Now we're kind of watching, throwing down another stun. I'm listening to my leader. Harley tells us what to do, and we do it. Get a res mid-fight, doesn't matter. You have lots of hit points, you're heavy armor. So here we go. We kind of broken up this team. We just got a couple to pick up right here. Looks like they split up. Really resource management. Let's just immobilize again. Make sure my DPS is killing what it needs to. Negates, don't give a fuck. Healing, negate. Irrelevant to our build. Fuck negates. There we go. Span that netch while we're just doing nothing. So now we're like, where are the other reds? Why did they split up? Now we see them. We're gonna invasion right here. Oh, invasion up top. And this is what I said. There goes to the defiles. He goes there immobilized. I put in the permanent cross. The hell with the borrowed time right now. I need them to stay right here until my team gets there. Stun, immobilize. Some more defiles. We're gonna run, immobilize some more. I need that team to split up as they panic and run so my team can pick up all the stragglers. I'm doing a bad job here. I'm not keeping my absorb magic up very much. So I run out of magicka. Really fuck up. Missed that heavy attack. That's hard to hit here. Here we go. I got enough back. Running back in. Throwing a heavy attack and mobilize. Let's make sure these are dead. There's not a whole lot left and they're retreating. Don't go into the fray. Mess up that borrowed time. You run around. Now I'm looking for the bomber. I know the bomber's there. I see the bomber. I know his name. I go in for the stun. Fucking stun doesn't work. He goes into bomb. So I go into heal. Now I'm a healer again. Back to support. I'm not debuffing. All heals. Put down that major defile where I know they're going to be. Borrow time on top of major defile. Boom, you're stunned. You're dead, bro. You're dead. That mobilized just in case. And boom. Game is ours. That was a good heart fight. Wish I could have shown you the beginning of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you Warden.